Hi and welcome back. I have been on a hiatus for a little while and I'm hoping to be back on YouTube now. I have not filmed or uploaded since November of 2018 and I'm finally at a point where I'm able to think and breathe again. And I figured I would update you guys on my That palette, which is the Natasha Denona Lila palette. Yeah, because I'm not going to go into detail, but my life was turned upside down in November and I had to move again. So I've done 5 moves in 5 months. Yeah, I'd gotten to the point where I was exhausted and just trying to get my life back together. Because of all the moving and everything that has been going on, I kind of put makeup on hold, just so that way I didn't have time to wear it. I didn't have like the brain power to even want to get into it. But now I have everything back out on my vanity's set up. I found my camera and I'm gonna work on the lights and stuff. I'm hoping that this looks okay. From what I can see, it looks fine. But I did not touch the Lila palette since mid-November. I did use it for Christmas because we went to a Christmas Eve party. So there's not a lot of progress, but I felt kind of bad just not doing any updates on it or anything. Last year I really truly enjoyed using the Lila palette and I found joy in it, which is what my goal for That palette was last year. And I'm kind of sad that I missed out on, I don't know, 2 months worth. Sorry, this chair is really squeaky. I feel kind of sad that I missed out on like 2 months worth of being able to use this because then I didn't get more progress in it like I had wanted. It was never my intention to fully finish this palette. This thing is a beast. But I did love it. Every single time that I reached for this palette, I found new combinations. If you want to go back through my videos and see those eye looks or whatever, more than welcome to follow me on Instagram. I am set to private on Instagram right now. So I have been allowing followers, but if your Instagram is on private, more than likely I won't allow you to follow. Just because, but if I see like there's people that I know on Instagram that you follow or follow you, then I'll allow it. But anyways, that's going to be linked down below. Like it always is. It's just thedaiseygirly on Instagram. Anyways, because I don't have a lot of progress since I think it was early November, my palette doesn't look a lot different. I have the biggest pan in Juno. How I remember that, I don't know, because my brain has not been at full capacity for like 2 months. Juno, and then this one I hit pan in only because I was playing with it, trying to get it to work. Not my favorite color in the palette. Same with this one per se. There's a little bit of a dip in it, but that's about it. I have quite a big dip in Viola. I really like this color, but it's pretty intense. I had hit pan in Amethyst. This is a beautiful color. I really like it on my lower lash line. Livid is kind of dark, but I do have a somewhat of a dip going in that one. Pure. This is a beautiful like berry shade, and I have a decent dip going in that one. I really like this one. Pink is Magentic, and I thought that this would be like my go-to color, but it's like really pink. I did enjoy it when I used it, especially when I mixed it with Cyclone. This like duochrome shadow. I love that one. And then this one up here is Amara, and this is a beautiful burgundy type color I just use all over my crease and transition. So I talked about Cyclone. This is probably my favorite shade in the palette and the reason why I would repurchase this palette. Magnolia, I went into the year not liking golds, and then I played with Magnolia as much as I could, and I really like it. I think it's very pretty. It's like I can make it really bright, or I can share it out. So that one was enjoyable. Dragon Bite is on the same level as Cyclone. I would repurchase the palette for Cyclone as well. No, Dragon Bite, I'm sorry. I love this color, and I hit pan in that one. This one is Helio, and it's like a taupe type color. Not my favorite, but it's really pretty, and it worked well for work just on easy days. My other big pan is in Nude Mauve. Really, really, really love this color just as a one color crease in transition. And then this one up at the top, Nude Vino, is pretty similar to Amara. This one looks deeper, but they're about the same. Yeah, so that's my end for Pan That Palette 2018. I love this palette. I truly love this palette, and I think I've probably said that 1,000 times over the course of last year. I have had it put away for a little bit. I'll bring it out whenever I'm missing it, but if you go into a year thinking that you can pan a Natasha Denona palette, I think you're a little bit crazy, because I wore this like almost every single day last year except for those last 2 months, and that's as far as I got. I don't know. I'm very proud of my progress on this though, but I am kind of glad that it's 2019 and I get to start fresh with my makeup as a person. Totally fresh start. But I'm not doing a Pan That palette this year because I have enough palettes where I can use 2 a month and use all of my palettes instead of having them just sit and not be loved. I figured I would do 2 weeks, 1 palette, so I'm going to do a roulette style for that. But before I do that, I have been using the Lorac California Dreamin' palette, and I have fallen in love with this little palette. So this is kind of like a secret Pan That palette that I've been doing. Cozy, obviously I hit pan. Hot Toddy is my favorite. This is like the most perfect rosy pink or dusty mauve, whatever you want to call it. This one all over the eyes, and then with 65 degrees on the inner corner, and then with Kitty Cat on the lid. It's beautiful. Seaside's okay. Boots I don't use, and you can tell that it's got dust on it from Cozy, but this is a black shimmer and I don't necessarily like that one. Button is great for a crease color, same with Starfish. Overcast is okay. Bonfire, it's actually kind of pretty put underneath Hot Toddy, like as a transition shade. And then Cable Knit has become like my go-to outer V and lower lash line color. I love this palette, and I think this is my favorite Lorac palette. I like the quality of it, but I have been working on this just because it was so much easier to use on the days that like I did need to put a face on. This was my go-to. So I'm glad that I got decent use out of 2 palettes in 2018. But we're going to do something different for 2019 because why not? For 2019, I'm going to be doing 2 weeks, 1 palette. Like I said, as long as I'm able to film on a regular basis, I will update with my Eye of the Day looks, etc. I should be in a good, decent spot now to be able to film and take pictures. Last year, a long time ago, I put all of my palettes into Decision Roulette, and I'm going to let this choose my palette once every 2 weeks. If this chooses the Lila or the California Dreaming, I'm going to just choose again because I need a break from them. So let's go. Oh, I gotta tap it. All right, it's saying MAC singles. Let me get them out. All of my MAC singles are in the Z palette. that is what I have. I think some of these might be some Anastasia ones, but for the most part they're all MAC. It's pretty neutral. I have some pinks at Sushi Flower. I have Stars and Rockets. Oh my gosh, is that Stars and Rockets? It is. You guys, I almost forgot about this shadow. This is my favorite MAC shadow of all time. This is my third pan of it. And my second pan of Sushi Flower, which is the pink. So that's what I'm going to be using for the next 2 weeks. I'm excited to get back into these because I do love MAC singles. They're my favorite brand for single eyeshadows. So that will be fun. Anyways, thank you for sticking around, those of you that did stick. I know I lost a handful of subscribers just because I have not been online for such a long time, but I expected that. And I have been getting comments like occasionally through YouTube on my videos like, when are you coming back? I miss you. I miss you guys too, seriously. YouTube and Instagram is my only hobby. It's my outlet of being able to do and play with what I love, which is makeup. I don't know if I'm going to be doing what is that called? Oh yeah. I don't know if I'm going to be doing any project pans anytime soon. I don't know. I'm not up to it just right now. I will probably be doing 7 summer flings just because this in the summer is going to be my 4th year on YouTube, and that's kind of become my tradition now for the past couple years. Oh, and on Instagram, you guys, I had been kind of locked out of my Instagram, and whenever I finally got back into it, there's like a dozen messages from some of you guys wondering how I was doing and if we were okay and whatnot. And I cried when I opened that up because I don't have any friends in real life, and like now I really don't have any people that I know that I would call my friend. I have my family, but thank you. It really meant a lot to me, and I appreciate it very much. Anyways, I'm gonna cut this short. It's already at like 14 minutes. But stay tuned for my update in 2 weeks to see how I do on these. And I've been fairly active, even though I have not posted anything on my Instagram in over a month, something like that. I'll get back into it. So yeah. All right, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
I have all of my MAC singles in the C palette. I think there might be some ColourPop ones thrown in here. Maybe not. No, they don't. I just have all of my MACs. All of my MAC singles are in this ColourPop.